The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy.
Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world. I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome into another edition of The Wyldeside with Eric Clark. I'm your host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day being awesome to give my little video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to dig it, give it a share. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you're following me on all the social media platforms. That way, if there's a band, song, video, something you'd like me to check out, you can hit me up with a DM or leave it in the comments below. If you are going to hit me with a DM, please no spamming. Unless it's actual spam, then there's a mailing address. If you are going to leave it in the comments below, join the I Concur Army. Only you can agree with a suggestion. Become a Concurpa. They're worldwide and growing. I'm seeing I Concur pop up on other reactors' channels. I've seen it on my social media. I love it. I think it is absolutely hilarious. All you have to do is give the comments a cursory glance. If you see that your suggestion has already been made, all you have to do is like that original suggestion and reply with I Concur. That'll help my old burnout resin-coated DJ brain get everything into a nice little organized list, and I can put it in the handy dandy notebook. Also, twice a week, we are live streaming. Wednesdays, 11 a.m., Saturdays, 2 p.m. The Wyldeside Live goes live and worldwide from the east side of Music City, USA. It's a gathering of the Concurpas. 2 hours of fun and frivolity, and another opportunity for you to get me your suggestions, ask me questions about the radio industry, the music industry, my 30 years of backstage storytelling. All of it is fair game during the live streams. That's Wednesdays and Saturdays. Before we get to today's video, I do want to say thank you to Connect 200 Music to See and Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Today's video is coming from a live stream. Someone said, hey, dude, you got to check out The Big Push doing Bob Marley. Now, I have been nothing but impressed by everything that I've seen from Ren, The Big Push, his little group, all of it. I've been super impressed. So I'm excited to see what we have today. It is The Big Push doing I Shot the Sheriff, Road to Zion. Let's check it out on the Wyldeside.
You sit all around in my hometown. People try to track me down for a crime that I did not commit. Yes, if for a murder of a deputy, set for a life of a deputy.
There's always that one chick, man.
Did I shot the sheriff? I did not shoot no deputy. Was in self-defense. I said, Sheriff John Brown, that man hated me. For what, I just don't know. Whenever I would try to plan to see, he He would say, kill it before it grows. He would say, kill it before it grows. But I say, because I'd be said, I did not should not deputy. But I swear it was in self-defense. Oh, give it up for the main act season, please, please, please. Dirty looks and grudges and jealousy. Media clowns them and abusing their put up but media clowns that not for nothing but that. Boom. The young trendsetter come on, more the damn slow. When I bust a trigger finger like Bamba make the dough. When I bust a trigger finger, come on, here we go. Burst on in la here we go. Cause got to keep it moving. On the road to Zion, got to keep it burning. On the road to Zion, got to keep it burning. On the road, got to keep it burning.
Nice.
We can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a tanani, boy. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a little bit of dog, we can make it through the night. With a tanani, boy, come on now. And even more, let's take it. Let's take it down. Keep it going. Tempo slow, still. Hip hop, it's still bigger than a hip hop, it's still bigger than a hip hop, still bigger than a hip hop. One thing about music, when it hits you feel no pain. Rifles, they control your brain. I know better than that, that's game. I'm me ready for that. Two soldiers ahead of a pop, my party's got the guy. Where my army at, what the right time, not react. Back the beats, it don't reflect on how many records get sold. On test roads and rock and roll, whether your project or on hold. In the real world, we just people with ideas. We just like you and me, when the smoke and camera disappear again. The real world, it's bigger than all these fake ass records. When my profile's got the millions and my woman's disrespected. If you check one too, man, but if advice to you, just relax. If that don't work, then do what you got to do and kick the facts. If you a liar, wolf, crier, bush crier, agent with the wire, I'ma know it when I play it. But then if you a liar, mouth on crier, pants on fire, agent with the wire, I'ma know it when I play it. It's bigger than a hip hop, it's still bigger than a hip hop,
Very well done. Again, I'm always impressed by what this cat does, man. That is The Big Push, I Shot the Sheriff, Road to Zion, HipHop, obviously live in Brighton. From what I was told, someone had mentioned in a previous video I had done that there's an area of Brighton that encourages the busking and the live performances. We have something similar here in Nashville. If you walk up and down Broadway and 2nd Avenue, it's this little kind of L-shaped area of downtown. We do have busking here. I'm kind of jealous at that setup, at how it's all kind of in a district, whereas here in Nashville, it's just anytime you see a bar, there's probably going to be someone outside playing. I do wish we had something similar, a nightly busking area where you could go and just hang out and see all these different types of performers and styles of music. And again, you walk down Broadway, every single door you walk past is probably going to have someone out there busking. The issue is here in Nashville, where they're busking is just outside of the bar. So there's really kind of a passerby effect going on, where there really isn't a gathering of people to watch these buskers perform. It's usually just, like I said, like a drive-by. Oh, I'm going to this honky-tonk over here, so I'm just going to pass all these folks. I kind of am jealous a little bit that Nashville doesn't have an independent music scene as big as it could be. We do, but this is where you find people like Ren. This is where you find the diamond in the rough, is when you just put them out there and say, do your thing, dude. Sorry about that. Do your thing, and then we'll see how the people respond. That's the best way. If you're interested in helping artists grow, if you're interested in the patronage of artists, then you want to see them in their natural element. And I really love watching these guys perform like that, because you can tell they're feeding off that crowd. You can tell that they're feeding off of the people around them. Real quick before I forget, stop walking in front of cameras. There's always that chick. There's always that person that has to walk in front of the camera knowing it's there. This isn't about you. But it's 2023. Everything's about me. So I guess that's just how it is. So let's go musically speaking. 1973 is when this track was written and released by Bob Marley and the Wailers. And then it was on 461 Ocean Boulevard by Eric Clapton later on. And many people have covered this track. But the two iconic ones are, of course, the original by Bob Marley and the one by Eric Clapton. What I dig about what Ren and the Big Push have done here is they've really perfectly straddled that line of tribute and originality. So I like how they're taking reggae and not getting too far from it. So when they start to do the hip-hop, they're going into more of a ska vibe, which is, it's still kind of reggae-ish, but it's not so much. There's still that personal flavor that they're giving throughout the performance. And let me just say, the bass player, the reason I was watching that bass player, I don't know if I'm wrong or right with this. I'm probably wrong, because I usually am. It sounded like he was adding something extra there that was really creating this cool bounce groove underneath. Now, normally when you've got a reggae track or a bounce track or a rhythmic track like that, the bass is going to create a specific type of bridge building between them and the drummer. But what I was watching that bass player do, really creative, he was just kind of adding in an extra slap on it. It seemed, again, I could be wrong, but it appeared to me that he was just adding this little extra every fourth count or something like that. It was really, it wasn't off because it flowed, right? And that's the creativity behind it. That's the brains behind, if you will, thinking that way to go, hey, I'm going to add this cool little thing there. But it really added an extra little, a cool little bounce to that track. So very well done. I'm always surprised when I see some dude in his late 20s, early 30s, who's as affected by Bob Marley and the Wailers. going back into the 90s when I was in college, you walk into anybody's dorm room, anybody's apartment, there's a poster of Bob Marley hanging up. I don't know what it was. There were 2 posters that were always in someone's apartment or dorm room. Not mine. But it seemed that every dorm room and apartment I walked into was a Bob Marley poster and a Scarface poster. So it's cool to know that Bob Marley can write music that transcends generations. And then later generations, like the Big Push, can take something as iconic as I Shot the Sheriff. Because look, when Clapton did it, trust me, people were like, I don't know, man. I mean, you're really good, but I don't know about that. And when he released it, everybody was like, okay, I see what you did there. Same thing here. Absolute brilliant composition, the way they put those 3, even 4 tracks together. And the guitar work, excuse me, I don't know who that guitar player is, man, but somebody needs to lock that dude down. The whole band, actually. The whole band, the guitar player, the bass player, the drummer. The drummer's got a really cool, I almost give it like a John Dunsmore, Stuart Copeland kind of a jazz island vibe. Almost like almost like a bossa nova kind of groove to it. The way he just manipulates the skins, applying pressure where it needs to be. I saw him using his hands in the beginning, so he's really creative with how he creates that tempo in the beat. So again, I don't know, what their deal is. I think that's the way you say it. I don't know what their situation is, but somebody needs to lock them down. Somebody needs to get these cats in a studio with a great producer, give them everything they need, and allow them to do that. And I've said it before in the past about how someone's going to get a hold of that. Like that's a moneymaker right there, dude. These kids, these guys, sorry, I don't mean to say kids, but I'm old. They're super creative. They're very talented with what they do. They're great performers, which is another thing you're looking for as well. So they're hitting all the boxes. They're checking all the boxes. Brilliant. Very well done. And again, normally I would be reticent to see someone cover an iconic track, but knowing, what he's done in the past with them, I wasn't too worried about it. Very impressed. Very impressed, man. Just absolutely brilliant. The Big Push, I Shot the Sheriff, Road to Zion, HipHop. Thank you very much for that suggestion. Keep them coming. If you have any suggestions, any questions, any comments, whatever it is, you know the drill, man. Follow me on the social medias. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel and you've clicked that notification button. That way you get the notification when I upload the new video. Wednesdays and Saturdays, we're live streaming. Another way for you to get your suggestion to me as well. So thank you very much for that suggestion. Thank you to Connect 200, Music to See, and Aunt Betty's Nut Butter. Thank you to all of you for taking time out of your busy day being awesome to give my video a watch and a listen. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wyldeside.